Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Fantasy Now Plus. It's been a while. It's been a long time, my friends. We are back and we are not leaving until the end of the season. That's right. Josh, Justin, flagship show Wednesday at noon. We are so back. What are we talking about? Free agents. You know what? What are we not talking about today? We're going to cover the entire offseason in 30 minutes or less. Promise you. See you on the other side.
You're watching Fantasy Now Plus.
It's been a while, Justin, since we have shared the screen. I have been on this network, well, the Finns Talk Sports Network. I haven't left. I've been creating wrestling content. Matter of fact, it is WrestleMania week, but we're not here to talk about WrestleMania. That's right. I'll be doing shows today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But that's wrestling content. This is fantasy football content. We are so freaking back. What's going on, Justin?
What's going on? Yeah, it's been a time, Josh, man. I'm trying to sell my house, so we, as I stated in the comments here, we've been trying to go live for a month now, and every week I feel like we get to Wednesday and like, Josh, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm so out of this right now, and my house is on the market, so somebody come buy it, please.
And to completely be transparent with everybody, I've been busy as well with pro wrestling. My other shows are make very, very busy. I have 2 pro wrestling shows I do. And like honestly, we are splitting up roles here. If you've noticed, we have Dynasty content coming out still. We're not going to be handling Dynasty content like we did last year. That's not us. We're the faces of the network. We'll let our little minions do that kind of side projects. But like Brian and Tim and all those guys, like, right? Those guys are awesome. But we're here to break down the main topics only. None of this niche stuff. We're too big for that, right? High level stuff over here. I'm glad we're so back. Jamie, appreciate the comments. Who is Seven's Bets? Is that who's that guy?
You know who that is?
I don't know who that guy is. I haven't heard of him.
It's Sean.
Come on, man. You couldn't play along with the bit.
Oh, yeah.
I knew who it was.
Loser.
Oh,
Loser.
anyway. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we had a lot going on. Free agency happened. We didn't talk about that. We have the draft coming up in a week. We're not going to talk about that. So if you're here for draft content, we got other people to do that. Let's talk free agency, Justin. Like there's been big moves. There's been big things happening. A legend has left Tampa Bay. That's my main topic of this whole offseason because I live here and it sucks. And I'm pissed. And I'm not even a Bucks fan. But it's annoying, especially the team that he went to. We'll get into all that. So Justin, I'm going to let you steer the ship. Where are we going first?
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the signed free agents here. The first apparently big one in terms of value is Kirk Cousins going to the Raiders. Do we care about that? Like they have the 101. Who cares? Like
what is this? What is this? Value? What does this value mean?
This is how much money their contract is worth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's going to get paid that much?
Yeah. Well, he's not
I know
paid that much, but yeah, it's a little crazy. But anyways, Kirk Cousins apparently was the big one to name if we care. I don't care, to be honest with you. I don't. It's Mendoza's show. The nice thing for the Raiders is that Mendoza now has a mentor that is literally an older version of himself. So cool. Alec Pierce re-signs with the Indianapolis Colts with the largest free agent contract in NFL history, something like that, for a wide receiver.
I can go on and on about this. If you really want the old school rant, Josh, like I can do this. I'm not really feeling it today, but what an absolutely ridiculous, stupid contract. It's not my money. I don't like it when other people, analysts, YouTuber, whoever. I don't like, oh, they got paid this much. That's not our business. Our business is what do they do on the field? What do they do to produce for our fantasy football teams? But I
To be
will say
honest
this.
with you, he went cheaper than I thought he was going to. So
You're crazy too. For 47 catches, for 47 catches, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pay this guy all this money, but we're only gonna have him catch the ball 47 times. That's wild to me. He barely reached 1,000. I'm talking barely reached 1,000 yards. I don't see this as a like, oh yeah, that's the guy I want on my football team for this much money. No, it was a mistake in my opinion. But hey, again, not my money. I hope it works out for them though. I really do.
yeah, it will definitely be something interesting. For most of his career, he's been a wide receiver 3. He bumped up to wide receiver 2 last year. Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, 47 catches, only 84 targets, which were both highs. He hit 1,003 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's a big playmaker. The biggest thing I will say about Alec Pierce is in the 4 years that he has played in the NFL, he has missed 4 total games. So longevity is also pretty good there as well. So
Hold on. I don't think that's a good stat like you think it is. Because if you're saying it's career high 47 catches, career high 1,003 yards, but he's played all games.
oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it's a fair point. It's a fair point. The next up here would be Tyler Lindenbaum. Wait, why do I have centers on here? Oh, because I have all offense. I don't care about all offense. I just want the important players. We're gonna skip Tyler. Okay, so he went from the Ravens to the Raiders. Good for Mendoza, bad for I guess Lamar Jackson. Wandale Robinson, that's our guy.
You think Mendoza's playing this year?
Yeah.
But not right away.
Not right. Probably not. Like week 3, 4.
I don't know. I don't think Kirk Cousins signed.
I don't think Kirk Cousins gets a full season again.
I don't know. Time will tell. Honestly, like I'm looking forward because I don't think Kirk Cousins, because he already went through this with Penix. I don't think he's going to sign a contract, do all this stuff if he doesn't know that
he knows. He knows what the Raiders are doing the first overall pick. That's the thing. Before he signed with with the Falcons, and then the Falcons went and drafted Penix with the 8th pick. Like that was stupid. Like he was blindsided. He knows what the Raiders are doing with that first pick. He'd be stupid to not think they're not going to draft Mendoza. Like,
no, I get what you're saying, but also I know Kirk Cousins. I don't know him well. Obviously, he's not my friend, but I do know that he takes this game serious, and I know this because maybe this is a very small thing, but he was on the Manning cast 1 year, 2 years ago. You know, they like to joke around. Guess the football score. Are they going to score? You know, they like to joke around with their guests.
Yeah,
and they try to do that with Kirk, and Kirk's like, nah. So this is a situation, like he ran down a whole play situation. Like, what would you do in this situation? Like he took this time as a learning experience over let's have fun with the Mannings. He's that kind of guy. I don't think he's there to sit behind a rookie. That's just my reading of him as a character, who he's been his career.
I think he's there to mentor a rookie, and that's exactly what's about to happen in Las Vegas. Wandale Robinson. It's the big gun, right? The Titans got their wide receiver. Josh, you said in the recap videos they need to get a wide receiver. Here comes Mr. Target. He leads the league in targets all the time. He gets over 100 targets a season. Wandale Robinson, wide receiver 1 for the Tennessee Titans.
So I'm selling all Cam Ward in my life because of Brian Daboll. He's a moron. Wandale followed
100 targets from Cam.
No. Listen. Wandale followed him there. They obviously have a rapport. He's been getting fed the ball. People want to talk about, Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton and this and that and top targets. You ask the normal casual fantasy football fan, they won't even know that Wandale Robinson had the season that he had. He had a really good season last year. He barely broke 1,000 yards though. Those 92 catches. What's worse? Alex. Yeah, he's still Alex to me. Alex Pierce catching 47 balls for 1,003 yards, or Wandale catching 92 for 1,014 yards, right? Different styles. Is this style going to follow through over there with Cam Ward? Is Cam Ward going to check things down and find the shallower target? That's what Wan'Dale does, apparently, according to his numbers. Not a big touchdown threat, not a big dominant receiver. I see this as if they already had a dominant receiver, this would be a good move.
Yeah.
Wan'Dale's not a wide receiver.
He's not. No, in their dominant receivers, who Calvin Ridley, like, is he still on that team?
Who?
I mean, who plays for the Tennessee Titans now? Like, seriously, who plays other than Cam Ward for the Tennessee Titans? Tyjae Spears?
Oh, no, don't be falling back on your Taj love, buddy. Last year, you were all about Tyjae Spears last year, dude. You can't discount him now.
I need him to be something, Josh.
You can't walk that one back, buddy. I tried to save you on that one. You can't walk it back.
I won't.
They have Alec A.O. Manor. They have DK. Shamir. He broke out at the end of the season, so they do have a good young core. I don't know if Van Jefferson's still there. Again, I've been Pokemoning and watching wrestling this summer.
I've been building cities, man.
This winter, whatever Florida summer season it was. But I will say this: it could be good for Wan'Dale, could be bad for Wan'Dale. I do think it's a positive for Cam Ward. Another person, a reliable target. This is only a positive for Cam Ward. We'll see. I'm not that excited.
Well, we are now 15 minutes into this show, and we promised a 30-minute episode, so we don't become Will and Tim on the Dynasty and 135-minute show. Let's move on. Romeo Doubs. The Patriots get another wide receiver. Green Bay loses one of their wide receiver threes, and I said one of their wide receiver threes because their entire team are wide receiver threes. Romeo Doubs to the Patriots. That's okay. Like, I guess they get another target outside of what, Diggs? Who else is on that team?
Diggs is not there. Diggs is not there.
Brian, you're in the chat. Tell us, who do the Patriots have on the wide receiver? Again, just like the Titans, who do they actually have? And the fact that they made it to the Super Bowl, what they got, Pop Douglas, like, that's somebody, I guess. Yeah.
So Mario Douglas. Now they have Mr. Romeo Doubs, who I think could be. Listen, whenever, like, Emmanuel Sanders, way back in the day, I know I'm dating myself, but when Emmanuel Sanders left, I believe, the Pittsburgh Steelers and went over to the Denver Broncos.
Yes.
He was more of those players. Like, he was someone, and I'll never forget this trade. I'll never forget this Dynasty trade. I was able to trade, like, some bum ass running back for, like, Emmanuel Sanders, Seneca Wallace, and I think someone else, like, that was solid. And, like, that carried my team because Emmanuel Sanders just went bananas on the Broncos. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm not saying that's going to happen. But let's be honest. Drake May is an MVP candidate. He's a superstar. He's a stud. He did all of that last year with just Hunter Henry and a bag of chips, like, really literally nothing else. Romeo Doubs could be the person that could break out in this offense if he shows that he can stay healthy. That's his problem. Consistent as well. I'm okay with this move. I think this is a good move. I wish they would have got AJ Brown. I don't think that it's gone yet. I don't think that is gone. I think AJ Brown was always going to be a draft day move, not a pre-draft day move. So that could still be in the cards.
I want to talk about the other Green Bay player that left the Packers and went down to your team in Miami, Malik Willis, future QB, is QB1 of the Miami Dolphins. Quick thought, 30 seconds. What are you thinking here?
Go back to my Twitter account. Whenever the Senior Bowl happened, when he was there, I said he's a top 3 pick, Malik Willis. Now he's on the Dolphins. Sticking with that. He's a top 3 pick. He should have been a top 3 pick. No, let's be honest here. I'm not excited. I'm not. It just sucks. They have nobody. They lost. Tyreek's not obviously going to play for them. Waddle is now gone. Right. All they have is Achane and a bunch of who receivers. Literally who, as the New Day would say, who? No one knows. Who cares? He's going to be a super flex option if you play that, and honestly might be in that 24-28 range at quarterbacks. So not looking forward to it.
So obviously Rashid Shaheed re-signed with the Seahawks. Travis Etienne moved over to the Saints to pair pair up with Alvin Kamara. That's a pretty big move right there. And then Kenneth Walker, the Super Bowl MVP, is now on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a big move. I think that's probably still going to be the biggest move of the offseason so far. Now, obviously, we have the draft coming up and everything, so there will be big moves happening in the draft. But what do you think about Kenneth Walker on the Kansas City Chiefs?
No, I dig it. This is what we all wanted. We all wanted two things. We just hit two birds with one stone. Is that the thing? Two birds with one stone.
that
Yes,
is the thing.
that's the saying. We wanted Ken Walker or Zach Charbonnet separated. We wanted that divorce to happen because they're both excellent and they could both carry an offense, but they were both on the same team. And it was super annoying for a very long time. You give me that question, I don't think you believe in Charbonnet. I do.
Well, it's not that I don't believe in Charbonnet because he is good when Kenneth Walker is bad. We've shown the stats on that. It's that Zach Charbonnet tore his ACL at the very end of the season, which means he will most likely miss most of this season. So the fact that the Seahawks didn't even bring him back, Kenneth Walker back for a 1-year contract, which I'm sure Kenneth Walker was probably like, no, I just won the Super Bowl MVP. I want a bigger contract. It's interesting to me.
No, it's interesting. You're right, and I'm aware that Zach Charbonnet was injured into the year, and I am aware of all that. But again, it's 2026. They're talking Patrick Mahomes starting week 1, being ready. Like these things can accelerate depending on the person's body and if they can get healthy. But anyway, they have now been separated, so we don't have to talk about them again. And Kenneth Walker went to the Chiefs, the team that needs running backs probably the most out of any contending team. And not only did they get a running back, they got the Super Bowl MVP. Now, I understand he's a running back, and running backs can fall off. I understand that. So I'm not going to – I know people are going to overdraft Kenneth Walker. I'm not going to be one of those guys. But I do know that this is a team that gets to the end zone very, very often when Patrick Mahomes and everybody's healthy. And Kenneth Walker is going to get a lot of easy touchdowns. That Pacheco was a person that took all the opportunities. Like he took them all, and he scored a lot of touchdowns. Now he's not there anymore. I'm curious to see what Pacheco's going to do wherever he landed. I forgot where he landed, but I'm going to be curious to see that because I don't think he's going to be nearly as successful as he was in Kansas City. But I think Kenneth Walker is going to be successful.
Let's see. Pacheco. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get to him here in a little bit. I just looked at where Pacheco went. Mike Evans, this is the big one that you wanted to talk about, leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and now on Sean's San Francisco 49ers, where everybody seems to get hurt worse than they've already been hurt, except for CMC. What do you think about Mike Evans' hamstring and every injury he's ever had now?
For the past 10 years, it's been a joke here in the Tampa Bay area. Training camp doesn't start until Mike Evans pulls a hammy. Happens every year. Every single year. He plays through it. He's a decoy. It happens every year. You add on to George Kittle, who's hurt every single year. You add to CMC, who's getting older and has proven that he's been hurt a lot. I mean, last year was awesome. Get it. But he gets hurt a ton. Brock Purdy has not been the model for health at all. Nobody on that team has been. At this point, it's a training staff situation. At this point, it literally is their training staff situation. I don't understand it. And you add Mike Evans to that list, who, again, we already went through, is the king of pulling a hamstring early and often, every single year. I hope that this works out well for Mike Evans. I love Mike Evans. I think Mike Evans is one of the nicest, coolest, respected players in the league right now. And he chose to leave Tampa Bay because they kept Todd Bowles. That's a fact. I don't care what anyone says. That's 100%. He wanted to go somewhere where he thinks that he could win a Super Bowl. I think he chose wrong. I think the window's been shut. But for fantasy purposes, if we're talking, this elevates every single person on that team. Mike Evans is now going to be ultra targeted there with Brock Purdy. He's going to dominate the end zone. He's going to be what Mike Evans is. I think this is a great move if, and I know every podcast is going to say this, they can stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, they're unstoppable.
Always.
I just don't think that they will.
Yeah. So 1 year after John Harbaugh got Mark Andrews to sign an extension with the Baltimore Ravens. He goes to the New York Giants and then signs Isaiah Likely from the Baltimore Ravens. Was this a very smart move from John Harbaugh 1 year ago to then get Isaiah Likely in free agency?
You don't like Likely?
Oh, I love Likely. I just think it's really funny that they signed Mark Andrews so that the Ravens would have to choose to not extend Isaiah Likely when they should have extended Isaiah Likely and not Mark Andrews.
I enjoy this move a lot. I am enjoying everything that the Giants are doing. It's sick to me that I'm enjoying it so much that I'm trading like future assets and stuff for Dart because I'm all in on Dart. If you know me and you're in the league with me, you could get whatever you want from me if you have Dart. I promise you. Brian Miracle, if you're watching, you could have got more. You could have got more, buddy. So that being said, like I'm excited what the Giants are doing overall on that team. I wish they would have kept Wandale, but I know that was impossible. I think if they would have kept Wandale, this would have been that defense is amazing. The Giants would have been. I think the Giants are going to be a playoff team this year.
Ooh, okay. Let's run down through some more of the fantasy assets here that are lesser known. Jalen Naylor to the Raiders. We got K. Dotton stayed with the Buccaneers. Chig Okonkwo went to the Commanders. Charlie Kohler went to the Ravens are losing all their tight ends. Daniel Bellinger, if this matters, went to the Titans. To
remember him?
Chig Okonkwo. Yeah, I remember Daniel. Oh God. And then J.K. Dobbins stays in Denver.
What a buzzkill. What a buzzkill, Denver. Hey, let's get the most uninteresting backfield of all time together. RJ Harvey, Mr. 26-year-old rookie or sophomore now, and J.K. Dobbins. The most boring milquetoast missionary style running back room in the league. The most boring snooze fest backfield in the entire league. The
worst. Let's move on then. So next up, really the next big one is Kenneth Gainwell going to the Buccaneers to now compete with Bucky Irving. And who else is there? Josh,
Sean Tucker and that's it.
And
Rashad White's gone. Rashad White moved on. He's in Washington, I believe. Don't fact check me. I know I'm a professional. Don't fact check me. I think he went to Washington. What's going on, Bobby? I see you in the chat.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, no, Kenneth Gainwell had a huge season with Pittsburgh last year, now down to the Buccaneers. Rico Dowdle moves on again to the Steelers to replace Kenneth Gainwell. Tyler Algier, it is a pretty big move if he can continue to be
for two reasons, and we won't go long on this. For two reasons. They don't believe in their rookie they drafted last year that we all drafted in the first round. And what else? Dowdle's going to be the number one guy there. 100%. Book it.
They still have Jalen Warren, though, don't they?
Exactly.
They don't really believe in Jalen Warren either. So him and Caleb Johnson are both meh.
But Jalen Warren produced pretty well last year. Like he's sneaky better than everyone thought.
This is big because Aaron Rodgers only cares about veteran running backs at this point, and Rico Dowdle is the veteran running back on that team. So just like he's literally gonna fill the Kenneth Gainwell role on the Steelers.
Where's Rodgers? Is Rodgers even signed to a team yet?
We'll find out in just a moment.
Okay. I can't wait.
No, he is not. He is still a free agent, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Other players on this list: Tyler Algier finally leaves the Bijan Robinson handcuff and is now on the Cardinals to add to that wonderful backfield that we saw last year. Travis Kelce continues to re-sign. Tyquan Thornton re-signs with the Chiefs again as well. Mitch Trubisky is now a Tennessee Titan.
He could start. I'd be happy with that.
Okay. Other big names. Marcus Mariota stays on the Commanders. He actually has some starting potential. Joe Flacco stays with the Bengals. Gardner Minshew is a Cardinal. He's there to compete with Jacoby Brissett for the starting quarterback role. We'll
see them both play. Brissett, like what he did last year, is not going to happen.
Both are former Colts players.
Both are trying to break Ryan Fitzpatrick's record for the most teams they played on in a season.
I don't know that will happen. I don't think that. I think
Minshew will hit it.
Marquise Brown moves over to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hollywood.
I read Josh Jones. I thought Josh Jacobs for a second.
That'd be awesome.
Kenny Pickett is now on the Panthers. Carson Wentz stays the Viking. I didn't even realize he even signed with the team. And I'm looking for the one that.
Can we just talk about the big one that everyone's going to brush to the side? I can just bring it up if you want.
Who?
Quarterback one. Let me ask you, Justin. The New York Jets. How their quarterback situation been for the past like 40 years? How bad has it been?
They've been bad. Here's Rashad
Cleveland,
White, by the way.
Cleveland Browns. He went to Washington, I believe, right?
Yes.
Cleveland Browns. Same thing with their quarterback situation, right? Bad. Like they can't fix it. They can't figure it out. All right. Stay with me, everybody. Stay with me. So we blame the Jets. The Jets can't produce this. The Jets this. The Jets that. Okay, cool. The Browns are the Browns. The Browns are going to be the Browns. They're never going to improve. Cool. So we don't blame the quarterbacks, right? Baker left. Baker was good. Sam Darnold left. Sam Darnold was good. Like we have Geno Smith left. We have all these situations and these actually like really good evidence that when you leave the Jets or the Browns, you become somewhat good, or you at least get better. You improve. Two bad organizations. Who's worse than both of those organizations that nobody talks about? The Arizona Cardinals. They're just as effing bad as those two teams. And nobody goes, well, yeah, if Kyler was on a team that cared or mattered or had the structure or did X, Y, and Z, Kyler would be good. But no, you all of you, content creators, fans, support, everyone. Oh, if Justin Fields had this, if so-and-so had this. No one ever says that about Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray is going to go to the Minnesota Vikings, where he's going to have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Kevin O'Connell, that defense. Kyler Murray is going to be underdrafted because of the manufactured hate by the fantasy community. And he's going to shove it all up your asses. And he's going to be quarterback one this year. And I'm putting my name on it. That's my bold take. That's my guy this year. I'm going to ride or die with Kyler Murray on this Minnesota
the quarterback one, like overall quarterback one, not just like a top 12 quarterback one. Okay.
Yep.
Brian, go ahead and clip that for me if you could, because that would be great. Before we move on, so we talked about Rashad White being on the Commanders. Isaiah Pacheco went to the Lions. And he went to the Lions because the Lions freed up a running back spot by trading David Montgomery to the Texans. Other trades that ended up happening, other than David Montgomery, Justin Fields is now on the Chiefs. Michael Pittman Jr. went from the Colts to the Steelers to free up the space to extend Alec Pierce. DJ Moore, no longer a Bear, is now a Bill. Jalen Waddle went from the Dolphins to the Broncos.
We
can't
get
all the trades. We have like
can't scoff through that. Okay, all right, boss.
Jalen Waddle from the Dolphins to the Broncos, Geno Smith from the Raiders to the Jets. Josh, would you like to talk about any of these players that I just mentioned?
Yes. We can't just scoff over DJ Moore
today.
We're so back. Listen, I don't know the hate that DJ Moore is getting right now. I'm projecting him as like a top 10 receiver this year in 2026 with Josh Allen. Okay. I'm seeing people like he's not that good. He's not worth it. Why didn't they get this guy? The hell's y'all's problem? DJ Moore is an excellent quarter.
DJ Moore is going to be very good for the Bills this year.
Okay, so you're on the page that I'm on.
I also agree. DJ Moore is going to be a very good Bill this year.
I'm reading other books, and other books are telling me that this was a flop and all this yada yada yada.
That's because I don't understand. To Brian, who's a giant Patriot fan. Why would you listen to what Brian thinks about the Bills?
And I'm a Bills hater. I'm just saying it like I'm so happy that DJ Moore is finally going to a system or a team that he's going to be featured as the guy. All right, cool.
Let's talk about some of the people that are still free agents on this list. And I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Tyreek Hill is still a free agent. Stephon Diggs still a free agent. Deebo Samuel still a free agent. These three are the three big free agents that are left, especially, and they're all wide receivers. So it'll be interesting. I foresee these guys not getting signed until like training camp.
Yeah, I can see that as well. The people are waiting on what receivers will be drafted, what teams need a receiver by the end of this. So they'll all be signed. I don't expect.
Sadly, they are at that point in their careers where it's now we got to see where we fit in rosters after the draft. David Njoku still a free agent.
That's wild.
This was supposed to be the big tight end of the offseason, and he didn't get signed anywhere. Aaron Rodgers still a free agent. Does not want to retire apparently, but still a free agent.
I can't wait. I can't wait till that starts heating up. Where's he going to sign?
Where does he fit right now? The Cardinals? Like,
no. I honestly,
you'd get
if you had to put
quarterback job for the Cardinals.
Hold on. Let me answer real quick because it's already been taken. Like the Vikings were it. Like the Vikings were the spot, in my opinion. That would have been an excellent spot for him. But I do think, yeah, because like Sean in the chat said that KOC he needs to admit that JJ McCarthy was a failed pick, which he won't. He already did. He did already. He did that last year when they wanted Aaron Rodgers, when they wanted to keep Sam Darnold. He did. He already admitted that without admitting it. When Carson Wentz started over JJ McCarthy last year, when JJ McCarthy was healthy and they started Carson Wentz, that's when they admitted it. It's over for JJ McCarthy. They're not going to go out there. What do you want him to do? Hey, I'm Kevin O'Connell, and we messed up that pick. We're the 49ers. We messed up. They messed up Trey Lance. We messed up JJ McCarthy. Is that what you want him to say? No, he already said it.
That's what he wants him to say, yeah.
He already said it by his actions and by signing Kyler Murray. It's already been done. JJ McCarthy will not start again for the Vikings ever again. It's over. So that's been admitted already.
So where does Rodgers go? Where does he fit?
He doesn't fit anywhere right now.
Because
some teams are not winners. Some teams are not winners. Like that, he doesn't want to go to a loser team. And some teams already are set. Like, where could he go? It's a winning team. It's a winning formula that's just missing the quarterback. Maybe when Brock Purdy goes down.
But if he was elite, he would.
He's not elite.
Team
He's not elite.
If he was good, he would turn a bad team into a good team. Right? I mean, that's what quarterbacks are supposed to do.
What do you want from him? 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions last year. What do you want from him? What do you want at this point in his career?
To retire. He needs to retire.
I know you want him to retire, but what do you expect him to do? He's not going to go out there and throw for 5,000 yards, and he still has an elite touchdown to interception ratio. He takes care of the ball. He doesn't turn it over at all.
I'm just saying, if he was actually good,
high,
signed him.
It's not that he's not good. It's just he does have options. 100%. You don't think that some teams, like, let me just go down this, like the Cleveland Browns wouldn't sign him? Are you kidding me? That would sell tickets. Are you kidding me? No, but he's not going to sign there because they're a loser team. That's it. He's not going to go ahead and sign with some loser Buccaneers team, some loser Jets team, some loser Dolphins team. He's not going to sign with some loser team. Why would he? The Saints, why would he go there? It's a waste of his time. He wants to go somewhere to win a Super Bowl.
That'll never happen. So he should just retire at this point.
I agree. Honestly, I agree with you.
Russell Wilson is in the same boat. He also remains unsigned. The former Super Bowl two-time Super Bowl champ. No, one. He has one. Yeah, only one.
I thought he had two. The Seahawks. Oh yeah, he only has one because they messed up.
Yeah. Too bad. Taysom Hill still remains unsigned. Not with the Saints.
Good.
Interesting.
Good.
And then really, I mean, the only other, Jawan Jennings remains unsigned. Najee Harris remains unsigned.
Come on, it's over.
I think that, that's really it. So
shocking news. Eddie Lacy's still not signed. Like, come on, what are we doing? Talking about bums? Come on. But yeah, that's the show, guys. This is we went a little bit longer than we wanted to, but it's okay. Thank you for all being here. I lost like 4 viewers immediately once I said Kyler Murray was going to be the quarterback one. But that's all right. This is listen, I'm not some cookie cutter person that you guys probably listen to. This is Fantasy Now Plus. All right. We bring the takes here. I'm just talking right now. Like, I don't know how to end this, Justin. It's been so long. So can you end this for me?
There's a poll right here on the bottom of your screen. Who's more pivotal for Fantasy Now Plus, Josh or Justin? 1's for Josh, 2's for Justin in the chat. So be sure to put a 1 or 2 in the chat. This is very, very important.
Why are we bringing this out in the open? All right, you're more pivotable. I can't even see that's why.
Pivotal.
But but we're equal. We're equal. There's no cookie. Yeah, right. No cookie cutter for John. Not me. I'm not the guy who. No, we're bringing the facts and we're bringing the takes. But you know what? You know what else we're bringing, Justin?
What?
The fun and the information of fantasy football for the 2026 season throughout the rest of the year. We'll be here live every Wednesday if Justin has a house, or if he doesn't go blow up to be some kind of video game professional YouTuber, which follow his page. Hourly plays on. I'm a subscriber. I subscribe.
It's not even the channel.
But you follow more content like us on Finn's Talk Sports Network, where we do have wrestling content. This is WrestleMania week. We'll be live tomorrow. Real Talk Wrestling, myself, Clutch, Chris Koffler, breaking down all of WrestleMania. I'll be live with Ruckus Wrestling Thursday night, breaking down WrestleMania again. Friday, I hope I'm off. I hope I'm not. Saturday, Sunday, WrestleMania. It's a week. I know this is fantasy football, but WrestleMania is special to me. There he is. Yeah, I knew if I talked wrestling enough, he'd come back. But yes, Justin, plug your show. What's your show? What's your little channel?
It's not important. We don't even talk about it. No,
it's a little channel.
It's a video game channel. That's all you need to know. Come back next week, noon on Wednesday. We'll talk about more fantasy football.
Peace out, guys. It's been a blast. Thank you all for being here. I cannot wait to get this season kicked off. Peace out, guys.
Hey, 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 hey! Is always right, crown on his head like Jesus in the end zone. Justin's usually wrong, but it's fine, we can lie, call it barely wrong tonight. Rasta locks, drop walls come down, Jericho slick in the Sunday crown. Mankind masked behind the screen, but the beard's trimmed clean. Fantasy Now Plus just broke the town. Start, sit, showdown, wave a wire glow. Dynasty Kings on the Dynasty and 30 show. Will and Tim trading rookies for souls. DFS picks Brian Rock on a roll. This is Fantasy Now Plus. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, let them know. From the expo stage to the Discord range, where your headquarters, watch the rankings grow. Topher and Flores arguing tears, just dropping recipes for the injury tears. Cry one time when your bet goes bust, wave a miss, but we still got the trust. Fantasy Now Plus, Fantasy Now Plus. We don't sleep, we just reload. Charlie for mailbag, post week autopsy, underdog Sunday, Sean's DFS prophecy, game day grub sizzling, Monday night football decisions, national tight end week, pure fantasy religions, got fishbowl, super league, sleeper leagues in the dark, mock drafts, live rookie impact spark. Josh on the main stage, Justin laughing it off. Brian D dives, Will's trade value scoff. Topher yells, wide receiver 3. Flores yells, running back dead. Sean says, stack the Chiefs, then plates the spread. This is the Fantasy Now Plus anthem. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, let them know. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Flow, Blue Sky, Reddit, we steal the show. From the flagship pod to the Wednesday night brawl. We're the crew, we're the call, we're the end of your fall. Fantasy Now Plus, Fantasy Now Plus. Lock in, level up, never fall. Never fall. Head to FantasyNowPlus.com. The wire never sleeps, Discord's lit, rankings locked, we run these leagues. Fantasy Now Plus, your headquarters.